Good morning, ATD family. We are back for another amazing episode of ATD Around the Diamond. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Grand Slam Sam. It is Baseball Bill. He is dancing up a storm because he is very happy with what happened this past week, and we are going to talk all about it because it is the talk of the town, and specifically that town is Hollywood. We're going to get this going as we always do. Baseball Bill, how are you doing on this beautiful Saturday morning?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. There was a parade yesterday. I'm wearing a Dodger hat for the first time on this show. Got to give much props to the Dodgers in this avenue. I'm so grateful that it's sad to see the season over, but I'm glad with the ending. Obviously, being a Dodger fan, you get excited about this ending. Sam, you've been around for several World Series titles for the Giants. So you know the feeling.
Yes, it's a beautiful feeling when you get that opportunity, and I'm
Mhm.
happy. And we'll talk about this when we move into the obvious topic of conversation. But yeah, when you have that feeling of what the Dodgers just experienced, it's such a high that going into the offseason feels like it shouldn't be, but it's meant to be to prepare yourselves for what's going to come in about 146 days, which is the start of the next baseball season. So we're just giving ourselves a break. Think of this as our reprieve and vacation from 180 games of chaos and torment that we all had to deal with throughout the season. Um, but we're obviously going to jump right into the main and only topic of conversation for today. And that is giving praise and not praise, but we're going to congratulate and honor.
Praise.
You're going to praise, you will praise. I won't praise. But we're going to
Praise it.
congratulate and honor the 2024 World Series champions, the LA Dodgers. God, that tasted sour coming out of my mouth.
I'm sure it did. Yummy, yummy. And I spoke it into existence. I spoke it into existence. I was
Maybe I just
joking.
need to do that next year and say the 2025 San Francisco World Champion San Francisco Giants, and then I will speak it into
It
existence.
just doesn't roll off the tongue like the 2024 World Champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
No, 2024 rolls off the tongue for LA, but 2025 rolls off the tongue for San Francisco to start a new every other year streak, in my opinion.
Uh, you mean the
We did
2025
even
World
years in
Champion
the
Miami
we did
Marlins?
even years in 2010. Let's go with odd years in 2020.
The 2025
Um,
World Champion Miami Marlins?
stop. Don't. Okay. Let's not really dig into the
Woo!
Marlin fans here. They have enough struggles and pains they're dealing with. They got Gabe Kapler as a GM. Um, you know, First and foremost, what I will say is this: the Dodgers deserved to win.
Okay.
They were the best team, not just in the regular season, which they proved with the record, but they proved this postseason that you could put however many teams on fire in front of them and they will take them out. Look at it. They did it to the Padres, they did it to the Mets.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm not going to say the Yankees were the hottest team coming out of the American League because, again, while they may have ran over the Royals could have easily taken some of those games. Um, but the Yankees just handed it to them, handed it to them on a silver platter with
Yep.
fireworks behind it.
Yep. So the Yankees had the best record in the American League. Um, they came in because they're the Yankees, they come in as favorites to anything that they do, right? And that's what you get for winning 27 world championships and being in 40 World Series. That's what you get. You come in hot, right?
Mhm.
I will say that the only games that the Dodgers were dominant in was game two and game three. The Yankees obviously were dominant in game four. They came back from a
Yeah.
2-0 deficit and just kept going. Um, Games one and games five were, I mean, game one will live in folklore forever with the grand slam by Freddie Freeman. Um, and and the Yankee folklore, people will be asking why was Nestor Cortez brought in to face, Freddie Freeman and walk Mookie Betts, that type of thing. Um, and so there will be a lot of talk about game one. Game five is where I want to focus in on for a second, Sam, because you and I have been talking about this for months. And though you and I no longer play anymore, we both watch on baseball. We understand a lot of games and a lot of things. We have been saying for months, physical errors are going to happen. It's the mental mistakes that can't happen in October. Now, you have a runner on first, fly ball to Aaron Judge, and he
Hmm.
he drops it. Okay, that's a physical error. That's going to
Yeah.
happen, right? The next batter, ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop makes a great play, backhands it, and kind of off balance makes a bad throw to third base.
That wasn't
Okay,
a bad throw. That was a direct bullet into the ground.
yeah, and so that's a physical error. Now, you got the bases loaded and nobody out. What does Garrett Cole then do? Garrett Cole then
Oh,
proceeds.
wait. Garrett Cole's going to cover first base when the ball gets hit to Anthony Rizzo.
Hold on. So you got bases loaded, nobody out. Those are two physical errors. They didn't cost the Yankees anything. The Yankees are up 5-0. Okay. Garrett Cole proceeds to strike out Gavin Lux. Then he strikes out Shohei Ohtani. Then he throws a very good pitch to Mookie Betts, who hits a cue shot off the bat with a ton of English on it. And then the mental mistake. Garrett Cole forgets to cover first base and points at Rizzo. Now, Rizzo's, coming off some injuries, can't cover first. There's your mental mistake. The Dodgers are now scoring 1 run. It's 5-1. What happens next? Freddie Freeman gets a base hit and they score two. What happens next after that? Teo Hernandez hits one off the wall and they score more. And they tie it up 5-5. If Garrett Cole covers first base, he gets out of that inning where two physical mistakes don't cost anything. It was the mental mistake that cost everything.
Yep.
And now you're tied up 5-5, and then you've got a mental game. Now the Yankees are playing for their lives, right? They go up 6-5, all this different stuff. And Sam, you and I have been talking about this for months that the physical mistakes don't hurt you as much as mental mistakes do. Tell me I'm
A
wrong.
hundred. No, 100%. I mean, look, you look at game one. Yes, there is no question bringing in Cortez, who hadn't pitched in a month, to go up against Freddie Freeman, who then hits a great, that is dumb baseball management. When you look at game five and Garrett Cole not covering first base for an injured Anthony Rizzo, who is fighting through injury to play. It's not like, it's not like the injury is like nothing. It's an injury. It's a hand injury, especially when you are needing to throw the ball with the hand that's injured. Like, cover the base. Cover first. You have one job. Cover first. It's not like I'm asking Garrett Cole to go cover third. It's not like I'm asking him to go cover second. I'm not even asking him to go cover home. Cover first. It's the easiest cover in baseball.
Right, right,
Like
100%.
Anthony Rizzo could have thrown that ball short and they still could have gotten the guy out at first, even if Garrett Cole had gone and covered. Like it was bad. And Mookie saw it. Mookie took advantage of it tooth and nail. He saw Garrett Cole take two steps and stop. He saw Anthony Rizzo take one step and move nowhere. And Mookie said, I just got to run it out. If I just run it out, I'll win.
Uh-huh.
The Dodgers in game five, when they were down five, said, okay, it's now time to start playing. And by the fifth inning, they said, we're going to play the way the game needs to be played now because it's not a game of power. It's a game of get them on, get them over, get them in.
Get him in.
Especially in the postseason, especially nowadays, you need to take the get them on, get them over, get them in approach because that's the only way you will succeed to move on to the next game. You know, you can
Correct.
in games 1 and 2, you can have a couple of boo-boos. But when you get to game 3, boo-boos need to go away and you need to start playing logical baseball.
Correct. Correct. And and honestly, Sam, there's a lot of things that you can look at in this series. You had the two best teams in baseball facing off against each other. You had David and, well, not even David and Goliath. You had David and David in this. You
David
had
A and
Gotham.
David B, like twin one and twin A and twin B, or twin one
Yeah.
and
You
thing
had
one and thing two.
you had the City of Angels versus Gotham City, right? I mean, you have all of the above things. This series did not disappoint.
You had
Um,
Thor versus Superman in this series.
yeah, yeah. And and honestly, there's a number of things that I look at in this series and I think, wow, this was amazing for a lot of things. And frankly, this series could have gone back to LA, down 3-2. LA could have been down 3-2 in this series, but
100%.
but
There were so many mental errors made by there were mental errors and managerial decisions made by the Yankees that cost them this World Series.
and yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. And so you had some banged up guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was very impressed with Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver gave everything he had. Garrett Cole showed why he gets big contracts. That
Yeah.
guy battled through, and John Smoltz talked about stress pitches in game 5. When that ball was hit to Aaron Judge and Aaron Judge didn't catch it, that became a stress pitches because now you got a runner in scoring position. When you get a ground ball that should be an out, and instead it's a bad throw, now you got bases loaded and nobody out. Now every
Yeah.
pitch is a stress pitch. So Garrett Cole battled, Luke Weaver battled. Aaron Judge showed up in the last 2 games of the series. Um, Giancarlo Stanton had a fantastic playoff run, including in this World Series. Um, so I'm not going to give any shade to any of those. Shohei did not have a good World Series, but Freddie
No.
Freeman did. Max Muncy did not, but Mookie Betts did. I mean, so when you have guys that go down, you
When
have to
two of
have
your
guys
big
that step
three
up.
and when two of your big three are on, you don't need all three to be on.
No, no,
If you have Fred, like you said, Mookie and Freddie were on, Shohei can cool off a bit. If Freddie was off, you need Mookie and Shohei to be on. If Mookie's off, you need Freddie and Shohei to be on. It just is what it is. They're your big three.
yeah.
You know.
Tommy
Um,
Edman was relatively there, but Max Muncy was not. I mean, so you have a number of things. I do want to bring up one thing. I do want to bring up one thing.
Bring it
I don't
on.
want
It's
to.
your it's your glory time. So live it up.
Hey, listen. I do want to bring
You
up one
get
thing.
this one episode. The next episode,
I
over.
want to
I
ask
will
you a
shut I
question.
will shut that down so quick. You try to run this into a second episode.
I uh, I I have to ask you a question. What are your thoughts? What are your personal thoughts about the dudes that tried to rip the ball out of Mookie's
Those
glove?
guys need to be banned from baseball for the rest of their lives. Both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
of them.
It was assault. I mean, if you see the picture, they've got Mookie Betts's like wrist where they could break his wrist.
Yeah, no. If now, yes. Could it technically be classified as assault? Yes. They could, yes. If Mookie Betts really wanted to push the issue, he couldn't get the first guy for assault, but he could definitely get the second guy. The first guy was going after the ball, and I agree, he was trying to rip it out of the glove, but he didn't like physically grab Mookie. The second guy grabbed his wrist and pulled him. That guy assaulted Mookie Betts. So if Mookie wants to, Mookie, if you're, I highly doubt you're listening, but if you're listening, you have a claim for assault on the second guy in game 4 of the World Series that grabbed your wrist. You could probably get the guy for assault and make maybe $100,000, which is like $20 in your world. But in everyone else's world, $100,000 is like a million. In your world, it's like $20. It's like if Taylor Swift sued someone for $100,000, it's like it's maybe $3 in total to her. It doesn't mean anything.
Mook
Like
Dog,
it's at that point you're just pissing someone off.
Mook
But
Dog. Next time you call me, I won't send you to voicemail.
but
Speaking,
I thought their logic was stupid. If it's in our area, we're going after it. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Remember the Cubs lost the World Series off of a guy interfering because he reached over the fence? That's basically what you're
Steve
doing.
Bartman. Yeah. No, so the thing that frustrates me,
Like, it's
yeah,
like when I saw that, I was mind blown. I was like, you have to be either incredibly intoxicated or the dumbest baseball fan on the planet to think that you were in the right and the baseball player trying to catch the ball was in the wrong.
yeah. So a couple things happened afterwards. The guys demanded their money back because this was in the first inning, right? The guys
Was
demanded
it
their
the
money
first
back.
inning? I thought it was later.
No, it was in the first inning. One of the
I hope
guys
they didn't
said,
get their
"Man,
money back.
no, they didn't." No. So what the
They got
Yankees
game
did.
5 back. They did get refunded for game 5.
So I don't know if they had Game 5 or whatnot, but
They
um,
did. They did have tickets for game 5. And originally they were going to let them back in for game 5, but then MLB overrode the Yankees' decision and banned them from game 5 and forced them to refund them.
yeah. So the money that they when that happened, the money that they got um uh money that they paid, apparently the Yankees donated that to a pediatric cancer center, which was great. The concern that I have is there's a media outlet out there. I won't mention the name, and I hope that you don't either on this show, but they are touting these guys as superheroes, and they had them on their show, and they think that these guys and Yankee fans are like, yeah, that's what happens when you come into the Bronx. No, that that's I mean
No.
there's no place to ever throw stuff on a field. I thought it was terrible that Dodger fans did that against San Diego. There's no place to rip
Or
somebody's
when
arm
or
off.
when the Yankee fans did it against Cleveland. Remember that this season?
Yep, yep, yep. And so there's no room for
Was that
that.
this season or last season?
No, it was last season.
Yeah, it was one of the two. They blend together.
Yeah, but I do think that that is just crazy. So that being said, you mentioned Taylor Swift. I have a statistic for you that is Taylor Swift-esque. Taylor Swift sold, I think it was 4.55 million tickets to her Era concert or tour. The Dodgers sold 4.56 million tickets to their home games. So they outdid Taylor Swift. Just want to get that on record. Sorry, Swifty.
Wait, timeout. 4 point how much?
4.55 for Taylor Kelsey. And
Wait,
4.5. What's that?
is that 4.55 for the entire Eras tour?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And then
And you're talking about the LA Dodgers 81 home. Now, are you just including their 81 home games, or are you also including their home postseason games?
my understanding was it was just the regular season, but I could be wrong. Somebody can fact check. But yeah,
So there were, I believe, less concerts than baseball games.
just
So
saying the
I
Dodgers
only
outsold them.
try to defend Taylor Swift in the sense of if She did 81, and she may have done more. I could be wrong. But also
We're gonna have to
remember, she
fact check
was
this when we come
selling
back
out.
on.
She was selling out stadiums, like I mean, an arena, like
Just saying, Taylor Swift got outsold.
barely,
I'm sorry,
barely.
Taylor Kelsey got outsold.
She's also she Taylor Swift could also buy the Los Angeles Dodgers outright if she wanted to. So just put that into perspective. She
I
has enough
don't know.
money she could outright buy the LA Dodgers.
I don't know. The Dodgers would sell for about 6.5 billion. I don't know that she has 6.5 billion.
She's worth pretty close to it.
She's not worth $1 billion yet.
Yeah, she
So
is. She is the yeah, no, she is. She's worth over $1 billion.
we're gonna
Let
when we come
hold on.
back in 2 weeks, we're gonna fact check all of this stuff.
Yes. Bill will have fact checked all of this. The one thing I want to point out, and I made a point of saying this multiple times throughout the season. I've said this to Bill in off conversations. I can now put 2020 behind me because the Dodgers won this World Series.
Yes, yes, yes.
As Bill knows, and as I've said numerous times, I do not look at the 2020 World Series as a legitimate World Series. 60 games, lots of players opted out. Not every team was at full strength. You know, you so I take that as I always say, I look at that World Series as an asterisk World Series because it wasn't a legitimate full season. This year, the Dodgers were the best 162 game team in baseball. They were the best postseason team, and they were the best World Series team. There is no question the Dodgers deserved it. Now, and congratulations. Now, as I do, Yankees, you guys have a lot of potential. There is a lot of youth coming up your way. The next couple of years are going to be unbelievably exciting if you're a Yankees fan. Embrace your youth, in my opinion. The Yankees need to embrace the youth factor and keep bringing up younger guys and develop that talent to be able to pay homegrown talent big contracts rather than consistently going out and paying for outside big contracts. For example, Carlos Rendon, Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton. Three guys right there that are costing you a lot of money and were outside talent that you had to go out and spend it on. You've got a guy like Anthony Volpe. You developed a guy like Aaron Judge. You've got some other young, exceptional outfield talent. My opinion, embrace your youth this year in this offseason. Develop it, bring them up, and let them shine. That's my opinion on the Yankees offseason. Take it for what you will. But go play some golf because the Dodgers had a parade. They are the champs of the world. They can live this offseason on the golf course and Clayton Kershaw's dad bod on the beach and love life because in 146 days, everyone is back at zero and every team is on the same playing field.
Same playing field.
Want to give one big old congratulations to the Willie Mays World Series MVP winner, Freddie Freeman. Bill, what is it about Freddie when he gets into the postseason that just puts him on another level?
So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I mean, he keeps calling me. I keep having to send him a voicemail. Freddie, call your guy again. I promise. But he set a World Series record for home runs in 6 consecutive games, going back to 2021 when he was with the Braves. It's just his time to shine. He hit that. He hit that home run, which was absolutely amazing. According
Which
to,
home run? Which
uh,
one? Because he hit
oh
so
yeah,
many.
the Grand Slam. I'm sorry, the Grand Slam. So he hit the grand slam in game one. According to Jeff Passan, however you say it, Passan, um, Freddie was also playing with a broken rib, and he didn't say anything to anybody about it. So bad ankle, broken rib, and everything that happened to his young son this year. I'm so glad that the baseball gods reached down and gave Freddie the love that he deserves. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Freddie.
You know, you look at a guy that plays with so much pride and so much heart every day. And I truly, I mean, I was saying that the moment Freddie's bat hit the ball in game one, and I knew it was a grand slam, I turned to my wife and I said, "Well, if the Dodgers win the World Series, we know who the MVP is." Those are
Yep.
the exact words that came out of my mouth. Freddie, won the championship in Atlanta, came to LA, wanted to do it in LA. He has now done it in LA. And he is just, in my opinion, and I'd love to hear your opinion on this, he is the heart and soul of that Dodgers team right now.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. He and Mookie Betts, or as Big Poppy likes to call him, Mook Dog. But yeah, no, he's putting a Hall of Fame career together right now. Um, with I did some numbers this last week with the natural decline that you'll have based on age and body wearing down and things. Freddie will probably at the end of his contract with the Dodgers in 4 more seasons, he'll be 37. He'll have about 2,700 hits, give or take. Um, I would love to see him up it just to get to that 3,000 marker. I think it's
When he goes
amazing what
into
he's doing.
the
It. What's
when
that?
he goes into the Hall of Fame, will he do it as a Dodger or a Brave?
Depends. It depends. If he re-ups it, if he does what I would love him to do, sign a 3-year deal after the contract is over, then he'll have played 10 seasons with the Dodgers and 12 seasons with the Braves. It will depend on how much the Dodgers make a big deal out of the milestones, the 300 home runs, the 400 home runs, the 2,500 hits, the 3,000 hits. Depends on how many more World Series he wins. If he wins one more World Series with the Dodgers, or even two with this lineup that they've got, and their pitching rotation that they've got coming back healthy, um, I don't know. Maybe he goes in as a Dodger. Right now, if his career ended today, he'd go in as a Brave. Uh,
Yes.
so, I mean, it just depends. It just depends.
You know, Freddie Freddie, like the man who this award is named after now, just play with so much pride. They both play, Willie put it all out on the field every single day when he played. And that's why they renamed the award after him, because he truly was what you envision as an MVP. Freddie
Correct.
does the same thing. Freddie, every day he goes out there, whether he's DHing, whether he's in the field, whether he's just on the bench taking a rest day, he puts it all out there for the guys every single time they step onto the field. So I just want to say, Freddie, congratulations. There was no doubt in my mind you were the MVP of this World Series. You did everything right and did it without expecting or asking for the praise. You did it just because you had to do it.
Correct.
So, you know, congratulations to you. Kudos to the exceptional season you had. I maybe would have liked to seen a little bit higher of a batting average out of those postseason numbers. I was kind of hoping for at least a 280, but
Yes.
take your 6 runs and your 4 homers for what they are, because you deserve to put that trophy on your mantle and look at it every day knowing that you put out just as much, if not more, pride and pout and heart than everyone else on that field. You did just a little bit better than everyone. So, congratulations to you. As we wrap up this episode, this World Series episode of ATD, Before we get into the schedule, I do just want to make it noted. Bill did make a very good point. We are moving to a bi-weekly ATD for the off season. We want to keep you engaged and excited with fresh, amazing content, and we don't want to bury you in a bunch of tired, sore content. So please let us know what you want us to talk about this off season. Let us know what free agents you want us to talk about this season. Let us know just what topics in general. Your feedback will help drive our conversations onto these, and who knows, we might just invite one of you to join us on the conversation to talk about what your feelings are on it. You
100%.
bring it to us, we'll bring you in. So, Bill, take me through the schedule you got for this week. I like the,
Alan is
by the way, I like the fan you have on Monday. I'm just throwing that out there.
Big Dave,
No, on Monday, not Tuesday, Monday.
Lena.
Talking about the San Francisco Giants fan
Oh,
you're
oh.
bringing into the
So,
clubhouse on
so,
Monday.
so Alan is a Giants fan. He grew up in the Bay Area. He has a little bit of an affinity to the A's, but definitely more a Giants fan. Great
Well, everyone that
conversation.
had an affinity to the A's is now going to go to the Giants because they left Oakland, and they're all going to be sore about it.
I know the Oakland Rays will be over there for everybody to cheer about soon. Um,
Oakland Rays.
And then you have the Can of Corn World Series edition with Big Dave. Wednesday, we've got Lady in the Diamond with Miss Alina, and we are going to talk about World Series edition on her show as well. And then Katie joins us, a Rockies fan, first time in the clubhouse. And Jonna joins us on Friday to kind of wrap up her thoughts on the Yankees. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And like Sam said, we are going to a bi-weekly with this. And once a month, we're going to have some people on with us. So it's going to be a good time.
What about and then in the leagues this week, we got
And
Would You Rather with a special guest star.
yes,
Monday is
yes,
still TBD, and Friday, Mets Megan jumps on and runs the show. And who knows, I might just make a special guest appearance this Friday on In the Leagues.
I think you should. I think you
I think I
absolutely.
might. We'll just see how we'll just have to see how it plays out. To see it, you got to be there to believe it.
Well,
Um,
we might have to have you because you'll be on this coast this Friday. So I might have Megan just reach out to you and say, "Hey, get this guy up and get this guy ready to go."
yeah, well, I will have been at Disney the day before, so hopefully I won't be too tired from all the walking around I'm going to be doing that day.
Oh,
Make sure as well you are checking out this Thursday, this coming Thursday for TFR. It's Sports Talk. It's fan involved, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and as well every Tuesday. Bill and Megan get on to talk all things baseball on X, so make sure you are checking that out as well. We love having you guys come on, and next and then our next episode we are going to have a lot of great updates of what are some awesome events to come, not just in the baseball world but in the TFR world as well. So make sure you check out next episode. You are not going to want to miss everything that we have coming up to show before we lead into next baseball season. But as always, if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you get to TopFanRivalry.com, sign up for the locker room, use the code ATD in all capital letters to get yourself 10% off your membership subscription, where Bill is updating it consistently with new articles, podcasts, merch. You can get part of the t-shirt club, get an awesome t-shirt like this one. Now that we have expanded into football, colored shirts for your favorite team with the football player on it. It's got Top Fan on it. You're a top fan. I'm a top fan. We're all top fans. Make sure you sign up for that t-shirt club. Exclusive member events and TFR Fan Fest. We are going to have details about that on the next episode, so make sure you check it out.
Dan will be at the door at FanFest every day signing autographs. It'll be awesome with
It
his.
will be worth, you will pay me $1 and that autograph will be worth 50 cents. So you may take a loss, but I will make a profit. So I appreciate all the love and support. Bill, any final comments for the fans out there?
No, you know what? Go fight, win. We'll see you on the 16th.
Hey, again, Bill, congratulations to your LA Dodgers. Rightfully deserve that World Series championship. Bill will have a World Series hat within the next month. I don't doubt it. And we will see you on the field in 2 weeks. Talk to you soon.